Hello, welcome to Wednesdays. I'm your host Amit Roy. Today I want to tell you about the Putin's failure and the battle tactics why you're failing to achieve success in Ukraine. And I want to tell you how the intelligence failure is being described as the main reason of failure and their friend China's debacle, economic debacle. First, I want to tell you about KGB, FSB. They're telling, you see, I'm seeing in television, a lot of people are telling that they are facing a lot of failure in intelligence fraud. I would say it's a totalitarian society and Orwellian society. Total intelligence, so-called intelligence-based society. So I don't think is any reason for, in that sense, is a failure of intelligence. So you see, I believe KGB or FSB are very good in collecting intelligence, but you have to establish Putin's game plans. You cannot go against it. This is the difference between free world and the so-called totalitarian world. You cannot say the right thing, and you cannot say Putin is wrong. And his idea of reviving Soviet Union with the Stalinist agenda will not be achieved. You have to say that is possible. If you don't say, you will face a lot of problems. So I cannot say his proper intelligence work can be blamed for that. Besides, Putin has sacked FSB chief. Now I want to tell you more interesting thing what I observed from this war, as Putin's army is going back. They are not gaining ground. Despite the fact Ukrainians are not using a lot of attacking weapons, they are mainly still using defensive weapons, and NATO troops are not on the field. See, I've noticed few facts which I want to present in front of you. Number one, I have noticed Russians are still following 1945 Second World War style tank dependence. Warsaw Pact has a fascination for tanks. And this doesn't work these days. You see, in the modern warfare, since we have seen from Armenia, Azerbaijan conflict, and little before that also, tanks are not that effective as it used to be in the time of Marshal Zhukov. Though Marshal Zhukov was forced by Stalin to send a lot of tanks to Berlin without infantry support, Putin did the same mistake and lacked logistics. And there's interesting similarity with Second World War. Putin has used a lot of their field guns, artillery. Marshal Zhukov used around million cartridges of artillery on Berlin. Putin also planned to do like that. And secondly, Putin is another failure, I say, using psychological warfare very wrongly. Now, first I'm coming to tank warfare. You see, the tank warfare is not yielding result for many years. Even in 1968, when Soviets invaded Czechoslovakia, Spring Revolution, but that time tanks also were not that effective, and people didn't accept Soviet rule, Warsaw country's intervention. And Czechoslovakia was a lesson. Even in Georgia, we have noticed a lot of Russian follies and wrong planning. You see, now Russians also have seen in Second World War they use a lot of Katsua shorter fire ammunition. But that kind of things don't work these days. Though Russians have pounded a lot of missiles, you see, but I don't think. Still, Russians are not controlling the sky. Russian pilots are not taking to the sky in fear of Stinger missiles. So, you see, Russians have lost the morale. And Slowly, slowly, we are seeing his plan to attack Kiev has gone into disarray. He's now concentrating mainly on Eastern theater, Eastern sector, and try to control that. But even they are failing. You see, Russians are deserting. He's not having a lot of men on his side. So he needs Wagner army, then Syrians. Now he's recruiting jailbirds to fight for his army. It shows that Russians are not taking fight. They are not going to take the central hit, punch line to win the battle. Ukrainians are winning incredibly. Now I say NATO is not supporting. There's no NATO forces support like that. Only some few Stinger missiles, some money, etc. Still, you see, the result of the battle is almost decided that Putin will not ever going to win in the Kiev or other part of Dnieper. See, one more interesting thing I have noticed, that is failure of communication. Russians' communication system is not working very properly. So, all the Russian chatters are being listened by Ukrainian volunteers. That's why so many generals are killed. You see, they are being trapped, they are being shot by the snipers, and Russians, see, they have lost the moral. They're using Chechen terrorists. Now, yesterday I saw they made Kadyrov, Chechen terrorist, a lieutenant general. So that shows the disillusionment. And so these are the things, as given clear pointer to many people, including Indians, those who believe in tank warfare so deeply, that time has come to change your tactics. Your old tactics of holding tanks might not work after Azerbaijan war. And also, interesting fact, Azerbaijanis have kicked out Russians from the Nagorno-Karabakh within 1 or 2, 3 days. It shows Russians have lost their face and Putin is facing a regime change. Putin is totally under the control of drugs. You see, other they killed one opposition leader, poisoning. So look, he's in such a paranoia. Look, he makes people see so many far end of a table. It shows his mind. He's suffering from so much fear. And Uzbek Prime Minister came. We had to wait 2 weeks to meet Putin. Look at his mindset. He's totally under the influence of steroids, possibly suffering from cancer. And I think a lot of discontent is brewing within the military establishment in Russia itself. So I don't know about Putin's fate. It must be an end game for Putin, a regime change by their own people. It's possible. See, one more interesting thing I've seen, how China is afraid of it now after the big slap on Putin's face. China is very much afraid. Chinese are coming to India, Wang Yi sent to fathom the water, to oil India, to mend fence. China knows India, they are not capable to take on India with Pakistan together. With Pakistan, China will not be able to take on India. And one more thing, China's economy is in big doldrums. Though Russians are supplying some oil, with heavy oil price, Chinese industry has gone. See, the Chinese are also supplying semiconductor to Russians, but from Koreans. But with tension with Taiwan, stock market in China is going very badly down. Foreign investors are holding $600 billion of Chinese stock. They are offloading that. And real estate sector, we all know, has collapsed. Gaming industry stocks and PlayStation stocks, electronic stocks are no more visible. So clearly China is in deep trouble. And a lot of companies are pulling out from China. Japanese have announced that they will invest 4.5 billion in India. So these are the things you see, the aftermath of Putin's failure. China is no longer showing interest to attack Taiwan. So these are my submission for you today. Think about the new style of battle, especially for Indians. Accept new kind of battle. Change your mindset. Be defense. Take out a defensive mind. You guys are so risk averse. You don't want to take. See, you can dislodge today Chinese from Ladakh. Just kick them out and they will be dislodged. Chinese have no guts to face Indians. That's why Wang Yi came. And you are saying, Wang is talking about eternal kind of things to settle border problem. But I see you must be able to take risk. Anyway, thank you for watching me. Thank you very much. Please support me and support my channel. Thank you very much. Good night.